Hello all, once again this is Suyash Goyal signing in. I hope that you all are doing very well, and if you like all my lessons or any of my lesson, then you can actually follow me on this link for my lectures, my lessons, my course updates. And also you can shoot all your questions, any query, any doubt if you are having in your mind, you can just shoot it in the comment box below. Apart from that, happy learning, keep asking whatever query you are having. And yeah, don't forget to recommend this lesson. If you like it, then do recommend it. And to recommend this lesson, you can just click on the vote tab, which is provided over here, okay, just below this. So now I'm going to talk about advice, obligations and necessity in this lecture. Okay, so let's start. As you can just see here, four statements are actually written over here. You should action, and that is advice. You ought to action, that is obligation. You must action, that is necessity. And I suggest action plus ing, that is suggestions. Actually that is also an advice. So that is what we are going to talk about in this lecture. You should action, that is an advice. And advices are, the cheapest thing in this country or in this world. There are hell of advices you can get from here, from there, from everywhere. Advices are actually which are selling like a hot cake. Okay, आराम से मिल जाती हैं कहीं से भी बहुत सारी. The next is you ought to action, that is obligation. Obligations are actually related to duty, some moral, something like this. Okay, कि आपको करना चाहिए as a moral duty. Okay, if we are talking. The next is you must action, that is necessity. When I'm saying कि necessarily आपको ऐसा करना चाहिए, you should do it, इसमें इतना एम्फेसिस नहीं है. यू मस्ट डू इट, इसमें बहुत एम्फेसिस है कि आपको ये करना ही है. दिस इज नॉट एन एडवाइस, दिस इज नॉट अ रिक्वेस्ट, दिस इज समथिंग लाइक आई एम जस्ट फोर्सिंग यू, यू विल हैव टू डू इट, यू मस्ट डू इट, करना ही चाहिए. ओके, नेक्स्ट इज आई सजेस्ट. वेन एवर यू आर जस्ट गिविंग योर सजेशंस टू समबडी कि आपको ऐसा करना चाहिए तो ऐसा हो जाएगा. ओके, so this is what we are going to talk about in this lecture. Now let's starting off with the advice first. You should not lose your confidence. These are some of the advices which we can actually give, and by which we can just frame n number of other advices to give to other people. Like you should not lose your confidence. Okay, now from that, if I can just make one more advice, then it would be you should lose your weight. If someone is having a lot of weight, then you can say you should lose your weight. आपको अपना weight lose करना चाहिए. Or if someone is very skinny, बहुत पतला है कोई, then you can say you should gain some weight. आपको कुछ weight gain करना चाहिए. Okay, in the same way you should not lose your confidence. आप ऐसा भी किसी से बोल सकते हैं कि आपको अपना confidence lose नहीं करना चाहिए. Okay, again, if you are just having someone with you who is not fit, okay, then you can just say to him you should start going to gym. आपको gym जाना शुरू करना चाहिए. Or you should start jogging in the morning. Okay, or you should just go for a walk in the morning. You can just say it like this. Then you should respect your parents. Obviously it's a quite good thing to do. You should respect your parents. It's a great advice कि आपको अपने parents की respect करनी चाहिए. Okay, now advices are actually given sometimes, they are given in reference to something. Okay, like being an Indian you should respect Hindi. Now what does that mean? Being an Indian, एक इंडियन होने के नाते कैसे बोलेंगे, एक इंडियन होने के नाते यू शुड रेस्पेक्ट हिंदी, आपको हिंदी की रेस्पेक्ट करनी चाहिए. ओके, बीइंग अ स्टूडेंट यू शुड स्टडी हार्ड. एक स्टूडेंट होने के नाते, एक स्टूडेंट होने के नाते आपको मेहनत से पढ़ना चाहिए. यू शुड स्टडी हार्ड. ओके, बीइंग अ मैन यू शुड रेस्पेक्ट गर्ल्स. एक आदमी होने के नाते, एक मेल होने के नाते आपको औरतों की या लड़कियों की इज्जत करनी चाहिए. यू शुड रेस्पेक्ट गर्ल्स. सो in talking to reference also you can make n number of advices to n number of people. Being a respectful citizen of our country, you should do that. Or being a sincere citizen of our country, you should do that you should do that. Or you can say being a doctor you should keep yourself fit. Or being a businessman you should know how to get out of the loss. So you can make n number of advices by using this reference being an, or by directly using the should condition. Okay, moving on, now we will talk about the obligations, like moral duties. Okay, जो आपको करना चाहिए as a moral duty, like you ought to study hard. When I'm just now here, there's no need to say that you are a student or something. I'm just having a conversation with you, okay, and then I just see that you are not performing well in your exams and this and that, and then I can just say it to you that you ought to study hard. Now here I am just stating that it's your duty. It's your duty that you should study hard because you are a student and as well as you are not performing well. So you should study hard, or you ought to study hard. Now this is a bit, a bit stronger advice as compared to should. When we are using should, then it's a bit less formal, and this is more formal. This is more impactful. Okay, when we are using ought to. We ought to help the poor. Now this is our moral duty which we all should do. We ought to help the poor. Okay, the next is medicine ought to be free, or medicines ought to be free. Also this is, I'm talking about the moral, moral issues, some social issues I'm talking about, and I am saying कि ऐसा होना चाहिए. Okay, that is not my individual thinking. That is I am thinking in regards with the society. I am saying कि ऐसा होना चाहिए. Okay, like medicines ought to be free. जो दवाइयाँ हैं वो free होनी चाहिए. Or we ought to do more exercises. हमको ज़्यादा exercises करनी चाहिए. Or I can say you ought to drink more water. Let's say your friend is actually having some problem which can be treated with more water. So you can just ask him that you ought to drink more water from now. Okay. Or you ought to be punctual. You can also say कि आपको punctual होना चाहिए. I'm saying you should be punctual, and a person is repeating the same mistake again and again. He's coming late, coming late, coming late again and again. Then I can just say to him that you ought to be punctual. Okay. Moving on, now I'm talking about the necessity, like you must see a doctor. Let's say your friend is actually getting ill without fail. Every week he's just getting ill, or something is happening with his health, and you can just say to him very strictly that you must see a doctor. अब तुम्हें डॉक्टर से मिलना ही पड़ेगा. Okay, like this. Or you can say we must love our country. हम सबको अपनी country से प्यार करना चाहिए. Or you can say he must pay the fine. Okay, someone has done something wrong. You can simply say he must pay the fine. Now if you just see here, I've used he and I have not used s with the pay. Pay is the action and I have not used s. So that is why, because must is over here. If I have used should, then also he should pay the fine. I will not use s here. Okay, because why? Because it's a different statement. It's not about that कि मैं अभी कर रहा हूँ या मैं करूँगा या मैं करता हूँ. It's about different things. So I'm not going to use s form or ing form here. Okay, I will simply say he must pay the fine. Or you must improve your writing skills. आपको अपनी writing skills improve करनी चाहिए, करनी पड़ेंगी. You must speak truth. आपको truth ही बोलना चाहिए या बोलना पड़ेगा. You must concentrate on your studies. आप अपनी studies पर concentrate करो. Must है ये. Okay. Moving on, I have some suggestions for you. Like this is actually very casual or very simple, or this is actually which we can talk about when we are having a normal conversations. Like if I'm talking to you and I find you that you are a little frustrated about your job and also, I can just say I suggest taking a holiday. I suggest taking a holiday. Okay. Or I suggest bunking of the class. I suggest going out this weekend. I suggest seeing a doctor tonight. I suggest speaking English without any fear. I suggest charging the mobile. So this is how I can give suggestions also to anyone. Okay, so this is how I can just give advices. I can talk about obligations. I can talk about necessities. I can necessarily ask someone to do something and I can make suggestions for anyone. So this is how we can do all these things. So that's all for this lecture. Thank you very much. This is Soyesh Goyal signing off.